Hey guys, it's me, 80s from 144. So today I want to talk to you guys about Barcelona news. I haven't done a Barcelona news for some time now. Obviously, there's been a good reason for that. I've been focusing on the World Cup and everything. However, with club football coming back, right now, I find it's really appropriate that we discuss about this. Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss this, guys. Let's go ahead and discuss. So the first thing I want to make clear is that let's talk about the January transfer window for Bars. So Barcelona are interested in a CDM and a right back. I don't know if we're going to get them in the summer or the January window. And here are the available options for the right back position. We're going for Benjamin Pavard. Benjamin Pavard to me is an interesting choice. I think he's a good right back. My only concern though is that he's not really a Barca kind of right back. If we're being honest, he's more of a defensive right back, and I don't really feel like he's much different to Jules Koundé. Like the profile of both are pretty much the same. So I really don't understand why we're really interested in Pavard. He's also really old as well. He's not really young, so it doesn't really make sense in my opinion. I hope we don't get him, but knowing this club, we might just get him. I really hope we don't though. Moving on, we also have two other targets. We have Zubamendi and Ruben Neves. These are the highly linked players. For me, both players are kind of like the same level, to be honest. I think that both players are good for the respective clubs, so Wolves and Sociedad. I just don't think they're Barca level, though. And that's my problem with these players. That they feel like players that could do well in a team where they're like the main guy, but once you come to Barca, it's going to be very different. I think the players will really struggle and so forth. So I'm not really a fan of either of these two. Okay, so and so forth. Now let's go ahead and talk about the renewal process. So Barcelona are interested in renewing the following players. The following players Barcelona is interested in renewing. So Barcelona is interested in renewing Sergio Roberto, who already in itself um, is very odd. I really don't really like the idea that we're trying to renew Sergio Roberto. He's not that great of a player in my opinion. And my issue with Roberto is that okay, fair enough, he's a versatile player. I get it. But here's the thing. He's not great at he's not going to play in the midfield. We already have way too many players there in the position. We have Gavi, Pedri, Busquets, we have De Jong, Gavi, Pedri, Busquets, and then you also have De Jong and Kessie, you know, and there's just so many players in the midfield, right? So he's not going to get game time there. Now he could technically play as a right back, and that is possible. However, I don't really trust him as right back. I don't think he's good as a right back. We've seen at the big games that whenever he's played at the right back, he's not done that great of a job, and I just don't think he's good enough for in that position. And yeah, I just feel like we need to like offload him. Like I feel like he's a surplus to requirements, and we really should move on from him. Unfortunately, though, Barca do not agree with me, which I'm very disappointed with. And yeah, once again, man, he's just trying to renew his contract, and he just got contract renewal last season as well. So it's gonna be a 2 year deal, probably. Well, I mean, it's gonna be another 1 year deal, I would imagine, hopefully. The next one we have is Alejandro Balde. I could fully get behind this player. This is a player that actually makes sense in my opinion. So I actually like the idea that we're trying to like renew him. And then we have Marcus Alonso, and oh my god, Marcus Alonso, man, why on earth are we trying to do this? I can't believe it, man. I really genuinely can't believe that Barcelona is interested in renewing Marcus Alonso. And you know what the sad thing is with Marcus Alonso? We're not even playing him at the left back position because that's his natural position. We're basically renewing him because he can play as a center back. And let's be real, guys. He cannot play as a center back. He just cannot. And I just don't understand why we're doing this. Okay, you can do this every now and then, but you can't have this as a regular backup because the idea is that with PK leaving, we need to get a center back to replace him. And I think the board is thinking that Alonso can be that center back replacement. He isn't like David Alaba. David Alaba can actually do both. He cannot do both. And you're gonna see later in the season when he plays as a center back against like let's say like I don't know, maybe like let's say against I'm trying to think of a good example. Maybe like Rayo Vallecano, for instance. We're gonna get exposed. Okay. And so I just don't really like this idea whatsoever. I'm not behind this one, and I don't agree with this one 100%. And then finally, the last player we have is Sergio Busquets. See, this one is really difficult for me to understand because we're trying to replace him. We're trying to offload him because we just saw what Real Madrid did. They got rid of Casemiro one whoop and got their replacement already. So I just feel like for me, I'm not really sure if I just think we have to move on from Busquets. I think Busquets is more of a liability for us. And don't get me wrong, I love him as a player. I think he's a fantastic player for Barcelona. If we're being real though, he's gonna get exposed. A lot of teams are exposing his weakness, especially his lack of pace. And a lot of teams like to press him in particular, and he lose the ball in dangerous positions. So we have to move on for Busquets, and he's getting old, man. He's getting old as well. And so the replacements that we have for Busquets are as follows. We have Zubimendi, as I just mentioned, Ruben Neves. We also have Jorginho. Um, and I don't really want Jorginho. And then we have Conte. I don't really want Conte. Conte is injury prone. And then we got Sofan Amrabat. This is the guy that I want. Although I don't think we're gonna get him because, like I said, guys, he's just not like that Barca type of player, I would imagine. And so, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. It's gonna be interesting. So that's all the Barca news there is at this January transfer window. Hopefully, Barca can make a signing, especially in the CDM position, because that's what we really need. And we also need a right back. And hopefully we can offload some players if possible. But we'll have to wait and see, man, because I don't really expect a lot from Barcelona in the January transfer window, just so you guys know. And I think Barca will make a lot of their business during the summer. So if you guys enjoy, make sure you guys like this video, enjoy, subscribe if you're new on here, comment up below your thoughts, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.